Please, you're welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, that leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, let's dive in into today's video.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I just thought to share with you guys where this Russian white woman was actually calling on black people to come over to Russia, that they might be treated well over there. I'm just gonna roll her clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into the video.
Do not exist in Russia. American things that do not exist in Russia. Part 5. Black people. Well, they do, but it is mostly in the big cities. It is rarity. It is mostly Afro-Russians, and it's only 0.03% of our population. I've never seen a black person growing up in Russia. The first time I did is when I went to UK and I was 17 years old. And historical reason for that in 1842 our Emperor Nicholas I banned human of Africans and stated that slaves who will arrive in Russia would be set free, and people who broke the law would be put on trial and punished. So black people in Russia is more something of wonder, curiosity, something, exotic from overseas. Going back to Afro-Russians, those are people of African descent who migrated and settled in Russia, and it's usually multi-generational. We usually get many students from Africa who come to a big cities, usually Moscow or St. Petersburg, to study medicine. Many of them settle in Russia. Many of them marry Russian women or men, have kids, and that's how we have black Russians. But I'm telling you, the majority of Russians, especially in the smaller towns, have never ever seen a black person in their life. So if you're black, please don't be scared to come to Russia. Nobody going to beat you up, nothing negative going to happen. People will be just curious. They will try to talk to you, maybe take pictures with you, but that's okay. You will be very exotic person over there. Now I am curious. Tell me, what have you heard about Russia and going to Russia as a black person? American things that do
Never. Alexander Pushkin? Yeah, he's black, by the way. False opportunities. Trapped in a country where they may work hard for very little pay. This is my question to Russians and to Russia in general. Y'all think we stupid? Do y'all think we stupid? Because if you're saying that some people have never seen black people before, that has to be insanely false or insanely ignorant. Not only that, what are you all trying to pull? We don't want to go wherever y'all are at. We're trying to find our own place, okay? We don't want to come to Russia. We don't need to come to Palestine, Israel, none of that stuff. That is y'all's thing. This makes me so angry I can't even speak, because you know why? I've been calling out Russians for the last week based on information that I posted, based on information I've researched and looked up. It took nothing at all. So I'm trying to show people what Russia really is, and I keep getting pushback because the only thing that people seem to care about is how funny my facial expressions are. Not the information that's being provided. Nothing. You all like bullshit. You all like drama. You love celebrities. It's getting to a point where we don't deserve any type of freedom. Because what have we worked for? What are we doing? We got Russians on here openly talking about, you can come through Russia. There is no racism in Russia. They are just going to look at you like you are from the exotic of nature. Bruh, they literally used to put us in zoos and circuses and theaters, so as a marvel, for people to marvel and look at, as if we were animals. People are just gonna stare at you. They may take picture. Why? Why? Dangerously close to trying to run for president of the black people, and I'm going to get us together in community groves, meeting up, having monthly meetings so that we can figure this shit out. How can we recreate Black Wall Street? How can we recreate a life for ourselves? When my mom was in the military, she had this battle buddy, right? And the battle buddy came back to tell us stories years and years later. I remember he was in town and him and my mom linked up, like it's been years. This was like 20 years later, because my mom has been in the military since she was 18. And we were just going over the differences of the world. We were a very educated family. I could say, whatever was going on, we were educated. And that's why I wanted to explore the rest of the world. And my mom's friend, he told us about not racism, but just differences, And one example was when he and some of his friends would go to German and little Russian villages, and not just Russia, but Germany. The kids, she was right, in most small villages are just villages. Unless you were in a big city, the view, just see the sight of a black man was just not there. It was unseen. You never saw it before. And these kids were very polite. They were sweet. They were very curious. They would go up to my mom's friend and his friends, and they would rub his skin to see if it would come off, because they thought it was some type of spray, or not, I don't want to say dirt, but they thought it was a covering. They thought it would rub off because they've never seen anything dark, more than a little, I guess Middle Eastern or darker than that. It was just unheard of. But the kids, he said, I think, that the kids were nice. The kids were very nice. The people were nice. It was just, they were curious. They were very fascinated by this. Now, my mom didn't really go through any of this because my mom is pale as all shit, But yeah, it was her battle buddies were black men. And he would have these stories about that. And he said the kids and the people were very nice. He didn't experience anything rude from what I heard, But yeah, that what she's saying is true. So yeah, the more you know.
Yep. Smells like a trap to me.
So this is why TikTok cannot go away. I never knew that black people did not exist and was only 0.03 of Russia's population, because their emperor said if you brought slaves here, you were going to jail and your slaves were being set free. So they avoided Russia basically because they wanted to keep their slaves. Never knew that. Never knew that. This is why Russia will be one of the places when I make it in life, when I graduate school and me and my son start traveling. Russia is now on our bucket list. Now on our bucket list. That's crazy. I love this app. This app can never go away. I learn so much new things on here every day.
I know you had good intentions, but if you want more black people to come to your country, don't sound like a super villain inviting us to there. It's one thing black people know how to do ever since we got on that boat, is smell a setup. Maybe not drink coffee menacingly with eyes so big you see into our very soul. You want black people to come to your country, make black people comfortable to come to your country. Good day.
And there is a good reason for that. There is a good reason. You see, I have Russian friends in America, and every single one of them is a racist. Now, you may be wondering what I'm doing with racist as friends. Okay, we're guys. We're gonna be racist towards each other. It's like the way it is. But in no way will you see me ever go to a country like Russia as a black man.
Well, excuse the fuck out of me. That's crazy. It's the way she looked at the camera with her full chest and said that shit. That was out of pocket. That was so unnecessary. Jesus Christ. Thinking she gonna say Taco Bell or like plastic bags or some shit. She said black people. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
I beg your fucking pardon? Like, she just casually said, black people? And this is why we say, if we're gonna go somewhere, we gotta make sure they like Nick.
Yeah, I'm not coming to Russia. Not gonna happen. Y'all ain't gonna experiment on me.
I don't know. That seemed too good to be true. We trusted Americans and look how they treated us. I don't know.
So this is a very good video and like super informative, and I definitely think everybody should watch it. But you know that all I heard when she said that there are no black people in Russia and that they're more of like a curiosity and a scaredy and rare. Mind you, I'm a full service SW. And I noticed that I have made the most money in places where there were not a lot of black girls posting. So I'm like, baby, I need to go to Russia. I need to go to Russia and post an ad. Because, I mean, imagine if in my personal experience, I feel like I've made the most money where there were not a lot of black girls. Imagine a place where they never seen a black girl in their life. I gotta get out the game one of these days, man, because everything can't go back to that for me. Everything goes back to holy for me, man.
That was a little out of pocket. I didn't know black had like 15 syllables in it. Shorty said black.
Now hold up. Don't get angry. Go back, watch the whole video. The lady is right. Black people, by and large, don't exist in Russia. You know why that is? It's not because of racism. It's not because we don't want the black people here. No. It's because Russia never had slavery. From its inception, Nicholas I, it was illegal for to own slaves in Russia. And if you were an African slave and you were brought to Russia, you were immediately let go. And if the person tried to keep you, they were put on trial then. See, Russia don't have that ethnic they have a superiority thing. It's because they're Russian. We are Russian. We fight better. You are a weak American. But it's not on the white people shit. Russia's not strong because we are white. Russia is strong because we are Russian. Look at America, white man. Weak and fat, lazy, ugly white man. See, that's not the same kind of racism. Russia on some like we Russian shit. Don't fuck with us. We drink vodka and fight bears. And personally, as a black man, I feel that shit. And like I asked, have y'all ever met a Russian? Like, I've met a couple of Russians. I used to work at the airport. My mom was a flight attendant my whole life. I've met plenty of Russians, like authentic Russians. And the lady's right. They treat you like you're a fucking celebrity. Oh my God, a black guy, can I take a picture with you? I'm not famous. You're not famous, but you're black. Oh shit, okay, cool, let's do this. Want to throw some gangster signs or some shit? I can do that. But you know, I love Russians. And it's funny because in America, we have been indoctrinated to believe Russia is the bad guy. Capitalism save you. That's bullshit. Which brings me to my next point. If the US goes to war with anybody from over there, they on their motherfucking own. I ain't doing it. And that's, one of the Russian stereotypes. What is a black person? Have we heard about Russia? We heard they don't like black people. We heard they're racist. Not me. I got an actual education. I'm a Garveyite. I know about the real world outside of fucking Western indoctrination, and it's been a bitch living in the West the entire time. But anyways, but we've heard Russians are racist. They'll beat up black people if you go to Russia. Not true. That's basically, and then the whole, Ivan Drago shit, Rocky Balboa shit. That's about it. They don't teach us about other countries. They want American people to stay stupid and think that America is the motherfucking shining beacon on the hill when it's really a fucking lighthouse with a fucking Duracell flashlight. But anyways, yeah, go watch that video. It's pretty interesting. Peace, love, and
Like
happiness.
seriously, lovely. Even me myself, I was even like shocked when she talked about black people, which happens to be the American thing that that do not exist in Russia. I was thinking that, she was just going to say something else. She was going to, talk about maybe chocolate and all of those things. But she went ahead to talk about how, you know, American thing that does not exist in Russia happens to be black people. And she, went ahead to talk about why this is so. She feels it's because Russian people never indulged in any form of slave trade and all of that. And when you have found out that you have slaves or you kept slaves and all of that, you will go to jail. But a lot of people, in the other hand, when I read some comments in her section, people were like, even if she's trying to justify this fact, that doesn't mean that Russian people never had slaves. They must have probably had slaves that were not black people. And I try as much as I can to actually research more, and I found out that there are Afro-Russian people. And she went ahead to explain in these videos or her videos that these Afro-Russian people, that are probably immigrants from other African countries that decided to migrate to Russia and ended up having babies or giving birth to mysteries that now in terms turn to Afro-Russian people that they have never seen, or they like black people with the 4C hair. It's not something that is very rampant, just the way it is in other countries and all of that. And despite the fact that the world is developing, but even yet black people have not really made their way to migrate to this Russian country. And she's trying to encourage more black people, more African people to actually migrate there, that they will be treated so special. They will be like, she termed it exotic. Like people want to treat you special because you are of a different kind of race, or you are of a different texture in terms of your skin, your hair, and all of that. So because of that, she believes that you will be treated special. You will not be incestuous. You will not be, and her comment section is so hilarious. A lot of people were a lot of people were like, okay, you are telling us to do this, but you're not actually telling us the real truth, because we do not want to fall into your trap. Someone in her comment section talks about how there is a Russian person whom he met, I think in US and all of that, and this guy was so very racist towards him. So what makes him think that when he now migrates to such place, he won't be even treated worse? He won't be treated worse compared to how he's treated. Why not even being in Russia itself? But a lot of black people were still saying positive things that has to do with maybe Afro or African people that migrated there. Some of them are just saying positive thing about Russian people. But the way media actually project these people, they are colonizers. They are also colonizers, and they take over things. But one thing I like about this app and about the historical thing that we do here is that I do not even know that Russian people never owned slaves, or they never sold. And if you have find out that you have them, you will be jailed or you will be sentenced to some. And this is what I have never come across. Like I don't know this, and this is why history remain something that we need to keep on digging and teaching ourselves. Somebody wrote in the comment section saying that what he have learned online is even more than what he was taught in school, and I'm beginning to believe so, because I myself personally, I did not even know that these people never owned slave. I don't know, maybe she is lying. I cannot confirm that. That is why I decided to bring it up here so that we all can look into this and dialogue and actually educate ourselves. And if you think that what she was actually saying is true, that these people never owned slave, and when you do so, you will be, arrested or something, you could just leave it in the comment section, because I really want to, chief like learn more concerning this, because I know what a little thing I know about Russian people and the way they fight and all of that, the way they colonize and all of that. I don't know, but I know that, as I think I've read it somewhere, that they never allowed slave and slavery and all of it. That is why Putin was able to open and reveal this truth that is just roaming around and all of that. So I think this also have something to do with it. So if Putin can actually reveal this thing to the world, to actually tell us that the man we've been worshiping, the true Jesus Christ that we all have been, is actually someone of a darker skin, I think that they might, actually respect the fact that you're a black person and you are God's like, and they might even end up treating you so well. So I do not know this. I have nothing to I'm just trying to bring it up here so that we all can educate ourselves. So, with the thing that is going on and the revolutions revealing that, our savior is actually a black person, have made a lot of, history to be revealed. And this is one of it. Like, if you think that you are a black person and you actually live over there, you can just also share your experience, live your experience, so that this might not actually be a trap. We cannot actually trust these people. But when they give us reasons to, I don't know. Anyways, lovely, why not just, leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. We're here to enlighten ourselves. We're here to teach each other's what we have no idea, since they have chosen not to, allow history to be taught in school. I think with little more thing that we do to be able to enlighten ourselves will help, will help us in the long run. So, leave your thought in the comment section. Subscribe if you've not done that already, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Watch up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. Alright, lovelies. Please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you when I upload the next one.